God bless everybody. As I was explaining on the live last night, I was trying to tell you all about the dream that I had February 13th. I had three dreams in the afternoon that I went to sleep, and I had one dream when I was getting ready for bed and I fell asleep. I had another dream. But I also had another dream to that about the end time. So I had like five dreams all in total. But the fourth dream that I want to talk about is the new IDs. And in that dream, I'm going to have to explain to you guys on a video because YouTube had muted my live where I couldn't talk about the IDs and the new slavery. And it was because I was telling y'all something in another live that we know what's going on around these mountainsides. So I'm going to have to make that into a video instead of going live about it. So February 13th, I had multiple dreams that day and night because I took like I stated before, the Lord put me in a deep sleep and I had three dreams as I was in a deep sleep. And then when I was getting ready for bedtime later on that night, I had one dream of the ID, and I had another dream after that of the end time. So it be seasons where the Lord will have, like, he will pile so many dreams on me at once, and I have to get up and write these dreams down or talk about them. In the dream, I seen a dark-skinned, middle-aged lady. She was a Christian lady, and I seen in her car she was playing gospel music. That's how I knew that she probably was a Christian. She was at Burger King, and she pulled up to the drive-thru. And when she was reaching into her pocket, she pulled out a card, but the card was not a regular Visa debit card or MasterCard or anything like that. It was a card that had a celebrity face on it. And the celebrity face that I saw in the dream was Jennifer Aniston. And everybody know who Jennifer Aniston is. She used to be married to, what is his name, Brad Pitt, and she played on Friends. And her face was on the card. Whatever she had to pay for, it had to have that celebrity face on the card. And when I woke back up from that dream and I stayed up and I asked the Lord about what does this mean? What are you trying to show me? The thing is, millionaires and billionaires are trying to take over our society. There's going to be a time where rich people own the regular civilians, like how it was in the slavery days. It's all about control. Back in the slavery days, each slave masters, they would group up a lot of black people and they would pick whomever they want to come work for them. And they had a choice to pick whoever they want to work for them. That's what it represented as Jennifer Aniston was on her card that she had to pay for her food. They're going to be picking people that they could control. And celebrities are going to be owning people, and celebrities will be like their new slave masters. Like everything that you're doing, they will keep an eye on it. So you're not in control of your life or your money or anything anymore. And I ain't trying to scare anybody, but I know I had a conversation with God about this. And all in all, it doesn't have anything to do with just being Christians. It's just people in the world that God was explaining to me that they want full control over everyone in the world, the billionaires and the millionaires. And this is why I see what's going on with Trump. They wanted the millionaires and the billionaires to take control of society, where we're depending on them, where we are at a state of mind of depending on them. And this is why it's crucial, family of God, that we need to stay focused and depend on Jesus. Now, there might be some people out there that will break and fall into some things like that because they haven't set their mind on depending on God. They haven't set their mind on depending on God. This is why I push people on my side. Stay in your wilderness, because in some wilderness, God will have you be without, or you only trust in him. This is why the billionaires and the millionaires are trying to suppress everyone else, because they want us to depend on them. And they're trying to starve out our resources of what God has already given us. This is a new way of slavery, you guys. This is the new way of slavery. This is what they had in plan all along. But God will always tell his people, his true children, and for us to warn people out there about what's really going on, what's really happening behind the scenes. Nothing is hidden in the dark that God is not going to expose. My fear is for the people that have not been in their wilderness, and also my fear is for the people who think they following God and hearing his direction, aren't clearly hearing God's direction of what we need to do around these end times. When God brought the children of Israel out of 400 years of bondage and slavery, he meant what he did, okay? God made a promise to himself throughout the entire Bible. Why would God want us to go back into slavery? It's not God. It's these controlling, manipulating people, these wickedness in high places are trying to push people back into slavery to get back under subjection, under control with them. God did not call for us to be slaves into another man's hand. This new takeover with Trump and the rest of his people in office is not just only towards black people, it's against all races. They're trying to bring into this slavery of us bound down to one race. Not only is it just the white supremacists wanting other races to bow down to them and be slavery to them, it's also about the rich versus the poor bowing down to them. So that's the reason why I saw Jennifer Aniston picture on the lady car that was in the Burger King drive-thru. And God was explaining to me, he was breaking it down to me. What does she know? She's famous. She's rich. It's about rich people making people under them slaves. And how I saw it was she was subjected to whoever her slave master was in the dream. And whatever she wanted to buy, they kept an eye on it. Whatever she's doing, they kept an eye on it. Y'all, this is something serious. People of God, y'all better learn how to depend on Jesus like never before. Because what they're doing right now out here, if you're not ready to say no and take a stand, then you're going to be just like that lady in that dream, bowing down to these people. They're going to put everything in front of your face. Hey, you can't do this without doing this. This is the second time I had a dream about some ID cards that they're trying to control people with. I had a dream about one last year I posted on here. It was the dream that had El Bendigo in it. I was explaining about when I was in the mall. And I didn't have an ID, but I used somebody in my family ID to try to get some food. Because I didn't take the ID. All of this is around the Mark of the Beast time. When I seen these things. Yes, in that dream, I seen family members that had this ID. That's why I'm believing it's going to be so many things as the Mark of the Beast. And I posted that on my community post. To get something to eat, you're going to need an ID or something like that. I done had a couple of dreams about that. I done had a couple of dreams about the Mark of the Beast. No, I only had one about the tattoo. It's gonna be all in one, y'all. I can't describe it. God's giving each one of us bits and pieces about these end time things. And to be honest, everybody that's in my family that took the around the end time, they took the poker. They took the poker inside their skin. Those were the same people I seen with IDs, and those were the same people that I seen that had the tattoo. It was a digital tattoo of the Mark of the Beast. I tried to warn my family not to take that poker thing around the pandemic time. Some of them were just hard-headed. And everybody that I seen that took that, in every dream that I had, they had took the digital tattoo, and also they had this ID card that they need to use to get something to eat. As I said, all this, I got to ask the Lord more about this, because I post this on my community posts about 3 different ways of things that I've been seeing things about the Mark of the Beast. And the people that took that poker and they skin around the pandemic time, that right there, and that stuff has Lucifer rays in it. That has Lucifer. Why would you put something inside of your skin that has this green radioactive substance that's called Lucifer rays? Lucifer? Come on, man. Lucifer rays. That's what they name it. They know what they're doing. See, I stayed away from that stuff. I followed God's direction. I don't care what could you don't want to work for us. This place that I tried to work for some years back, they told me even though it was an at-home job, I still had to take that poker. And I said, nope. I said, you can exempt me from that because I ain't doing none of that. And they said, well, we can't hire you. I said, why do I need to take that if I'm staying home? They try to, even though it was a good paying job, I wasn't doing none of that stuff. You ain't gonna catch me putting none of that stuff inside me. I don't care. I trusted in God, and when I tell you he came around and he showed me that he was my provider. And this is why I'm telling you all on here. That's the reason why the Lord showed me it was a Christian lady that was riding the car to Burger King and drive through, and she's playing her gospel music, because he's saying it's going to be a lot of my people taking this stuff and they don't even trust in me. It's a lot of you Christians out there that's claiming that y'all know God, but y'all don't trust in him. Y'all don't trust in him. Y'all don't trust that he's going to take care of y'all. Y'all don't trust in him that he's going to heal y'all. Y'all don't trust that he's going to be your provider. He's not going to, y'all don't trust in nothing. That is a kingdom key. It's trusting in God. This is why I teach kingdom keys over here on my channel. You got to trust in God around these end times. Are you really going to fall into it? And a lot of people have already fallen into it by taking that poker. Y'all easy targets. Y'all believe everything what the government and the news tell y'all. I remember some years back, I was talking to a young lady from Florida. She stayed in another part of Florida, and I stayed on one part of Florida. She was scared because she had took the poker because of the job. And she felt the difference in her. She didn't feel the same anymore, because I said, y'all take this stuff and it's rearranging y'all DNA and it's stopping y'all from really worshiping God. And let me tell you, this girl was like so depressed. She was so depressed the whole time after she took that poker, because her job told her she had to take it. And a lot of those people out there, they trick y'all. They told y'all had to take that or y'all was going to lose y'all job. And then at the end, oh, well, you don't need to take it. You see how they fool y'all? This is how they fooling people out there. They make it look mandatory, but it's not mandatory. Y'all don't. But she was very depressed, and I'm telling you, this girl used to be crying all the time. And as the last that I remember, she was still crying that she took it, but that's the choice that you made. Because your job tell you to do it. You that means you don't have a relationship with God. He would have told you don't do that. I got something better for you. I have another job that's not forcing people to take that poker. I don't care. That job try to dangle the salary thing in front of my head and thought I was gonna bow down to money. I don't bow down to money. I was without for a long time, but God still was making a way. You ain't gonna get me to take that mess and put that poker in my arm. You're not gonna get me to do that. But all I know is that poker, that digital tattoo, and them IDs is all I believe is all in one around the mark of the beast. Okay. Revelation 13:17 says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." So that's why I was saying in my community post, what if the mark of the beast is in those pokers? What if the name of the beast is on an ID card? And what if the number of his name is on your forehead? Y'all, I'm telling you, it's a mystery when it comes to the book of Revelation. And that's why I am seeing different things. I have seen in just second time in my dream about these ID cards. And I seen about this digital tattoo. And we already know what's inside of those poker, Lucifer rays. Yeah, all of it's going to make sense. God's going to break it down even more, and he's going to give each and every one of us revelation about this. That's why it says, either you have the mark, the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And I said on this channel a while back, I told you guys I had a dream. I saw my mom and I saw my niece. And we were in a grocery store. And these guys, they looked like Homeland Security guys. I don't know. They were dressed like Men in Black, whatever they were. But I tried to use my card to buy some food, and they told me I couldn't use it. So I saw my mom and my niece had put out a card So this is my third time dreaming of a ID card. So it wasn't two times. The Lord just brought that back to my remembrance. They had this special card where they had to use the food, and I knew that was around the time where the Antichrist. That's what I'm saying. It might be more than one thing, because when they start this mark of the beast, they have to really make sure, okay, these people are on the B side. You're gonna have to have the ID card, the digital tattoo, and you got to show that you got that shot, the poker. So right now, let me focus on it. Okay, I had a dream. In the dream, you guys will hear me explaining 2 years back in 2023. I was talking about the dream. The mark of the beast was creative. I saw my mom. She got the digital tattoo. I saw my mom twice in a dream that had this ID cards. And then I know in real life that my mom did take the poker, because her church told her to take the poker after I warned her not to do it. When she told me she took the poker, man, my heart fell to my stomach. I was like, Mom, I was trying to warn you that that is not of God. Why did you do that? Oh, because my church said we need to do it. So who do you listen to, your church or Jesus? And after she took it, she was having problems later on. But she's not going to tell everybody what she told me. To be honest, she doesn't even look the same that I remember growing up. I'm being for real, y'all. She doesn't even look the same. You guys have to realize, everybody in your family is not going to make it. I know that we care about our family, but we have to just really be logical about the situation. All of our family members is not going to make it in. All of them are not going to make it in. I know that we want all of them to. Yeah, I still pray for my family regardless. But I know what I had dreams about. I done seen some of them pending. I know what I had dreams about, you guys. All of our family members are not going to make it. That's why Jesus said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? Who is my sister? The ones that do the will of my Father. Those are my family. The ones that do the will of God. Yeah, we grew up with our blood family, but we have to come to realization. There might be the same family members that's going, when the mark of the beast get here, they gonna turn their back on you to make sure that they don't get unalive by the beast system. Trust me, I know it hurts that it could be your own kids, it could be your own parents, but we gotta, ask God for directions around this time, and don't be doing things because the news say do something or your church say do something. Y'all seek God's direction for your own home. The ones that truly are serving God. Seek God for your own home. You don't want to listen to everybody and you get caught up and you take something you can't undo it. So this is all I want to talk about just a little bit on this video. I'm not going to talk too much on it because I know it's more than the Lord going to show me in the future. It's more about this because I'm about to pray on this. This is something I'm about to pray on. Lord, show me how to do all of this, have a connection with these IDs, with this poker, with the digital tattoo, which you showed me. Show me how all of this is in connection with each other. So you guys be blessed and be prayerful about things that you listen to, and only listen to Jesus' direction. God bless.